Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Let's Crack Real Math. My name is Viraaj, and in this video we'll be having a look at everything you need to know about polygons. So before I begin the video, please make sure to perform an LSS, that is like, share and subscribe, and without further ado, let us begin. So there are a few norms you need to know about polygons first. So let's have a look at that before we dive into examples. So the first norm is that the sum of all the interior angles of the interior angles in any polygon is given by the equation 180 into n minus 2, where n is the number of sides. So simply what this means is that when you have a polygon, in order to know the sum of all the interior angles, you should count the number of sides that polygon has, subtract 2 from it, and times that by 180. Let's take the square as an example. We know a square is a quadrilateral. A quadrilateral is any shape with 4 sides. So if I was to find all the or the sum of the interior angles in a quadrilateral, I would change this n to 4, because I know that all the quadrilaterals have 4 sides. Subtract 2 from the 4, I will be left with 2, and timesing 2 by 180, I know that is 360. Hence, that is why we know that the sum of all the interior angles in a quadrilateral is 360. The same can be said for triangles. We know a triangle has 3 sides, so we would do 3 minus 2, that's 1, and then 180 times 1 is 180. So that's how we know that a triangle, or the sum of the interior angles of a triangle, is equal to 180 degrees. So that is the first norm. Now, another norm for polygons, again, polygons are any shape with 5 or more sides, another norm is that all exterior angles add up to 360 degrees in a polygon. So now what I mean by exterior angles is, now suppose I have a part of a shape, let's say something here and then something from here. We would say that this is the interior angle, and then you would say that the exterior angle is basically everything that's not the interior angle, so 360 minus that interior angle. But when I use the word exterior angle, I mean this as the exterior angle. So suppose you just continue this line straight on, so this becomes your interior angle, and then this becomes your exterior angle. So what I'm saying is, the exterior angle that I'm using, the word exterior angle, is based on a straight line that you create from part of that shape or part of the side, and then check with the interior angle. An example of demonstrating this is that, suppose you have a triangle, and this type of question does come out a lot. You have a triangle and continues something like this, and you're given this angle here, you're given this angle here, and you're given this angle here, and you're trying to find this angle over here, the black angle over here, trying to find that, and they've given you this angle. So what you would do now, because you know that in a straight line it's 180 degrees, it adds up to 180 degrees, you simply take this angle and subtract it from 180 degrees to get this angle over here. So that's basically the same fundamental law that we're applying here. Now, another thing that we need to note is the difference between regular polygons and irregular polygons. A regular polygon is any shape which has 5 or more sides, yes, but also has equivalent angles throughout the shape. Examples of these are pentagons, hexagons, septagons, octagons, nomigons, and as many as there are. It goes up till 20, I think. But yeah, all the angles are equal. On the other hand, an irregular polygon is any shape with 5 or more sides, but not the exact same angles throughout, meaning that one angle is maybe 75 degrees, another angle is 10 degrees, another angle is 190 degrees, so it varies. And this information is sometimes very important to know, because in complicated word problems they sometimes use these words, irregular and regular, and then you need to know that how it will help you in order to derive your final answer. So let's go to our first example. Right, so the first example I have, it says a regular polygon has 9 sides. Okay, good to know. Keyword regular. Polygon has 9 sides. Calculate the size of the interior angle. Okay, it has 9 sides and it wants me to calculate the size of the interior angle. From our equation that I stated before, we know that the sum of all the interior angles in a polygon is given by 180 time into n minus 2, where n is the number of sides. So we know that the number of sides in this case is 9. So we do 9 minus 2. And then doing this, we have 180 times 7. 180 times 7 should be 1260. And that is the sum of the interior angles. Now, be careful, because it didn't ask you to find the sum of all the interior angles. It asked you to calculate the size of the interior angle, so of one interior angle of that 9-sided polygon, of that 9-sided regular polygon. So because we know it's a regular polygon, we can say that, oh, all the angles are equivalent. And if all the angles are equivalent, that means all we need to do is divide the number of sides by the sum of the sum of the interior angles. So 1260 divided by 9, and that would give you 140 degrees. Again, 1260, that's the sum of all the angles. If you add up all the angles in that polygon, that's what it would give you. And why we divided it by 9? Because it has 9 sides, and if it has 9 sides, it has 9 angles being created, and all of those angles must be equal to each other, because it said it's a regular polygon. And we can always check our answer. I got 140, so that means if I times 140 by 9, I should get 1260, which I will. So this is your final answer. Also, please make sure you put the degrees sign, as a lot of exam boards can penalize you if you forget to put it. On to the next example. Right, this one says the interior angle of a regular polygon is 162 degrees. Okay, good to know. How many sides does it have? Right, so this time they've given us the interior angle of a regular polygon, which they said is 162. So one single regular polygon, or that regular polygon, it has an interior angle of 162. Now, because it said it's a regular polygon, because that's how we know that all the angles in that shape is 162 degrees. Now, it asked me to find how many sides does it have. One way, or probably the only way you can do this, is by using the other formula I gave you about the exterior angles, that all the exterior angles add up to 360 degrees. So if I were to, let's make an assumption here. Suppose this is how the shape looks like. Something like this, and then something like this. Let's say this is one corner of the shape looks like this. They're telling me that the interior angle is 162. And all I need to do to find the exterior angle is simply continue this line here and find this angle over here. And to do that, all I would do is 180 minus 162. And doing that, the exterior angle, or that one exterior angle, should be 18 degrees. And as I stated earlier, all the exterior angles in a polygon equals to 360 degrees. So if this angle over here, or this angle over here rather, is 18 degrees, that means all the other exterior angles should also be 18 degrees, since all the interior angles are 162 degrees. And we need to see how many 18 degrees would it take for us to make 360 degrees, because if as soon as it adds up to 360 degrees, that's how you know it's a polygon. So doing 360 divided by 18 to find the number of sides we would have, and doing that you should get 20 sides. Now let me just explain it again because it can get a bit confusing. We knew our interior angle, which is 162 degrees. We know that all the exterior angles of a polygon add up to 180 degrees. We know that the exterior angle is 18 degrees because 180 minus 162 would give you 18 degrees. And with that 18 degrees, we know that if it adds up to 360 degrees, that would help us find the amount of sides. So dividing 360 by 18, that means it's 20 sides, because if you have 20 sides, that means you have 20 equivalent 18 degrees, because this is one side, and for that one side you have 18 degrees. So if you have 20 sides, so you would do 18 times 20, and doing 18 times 20, that would give you that would give you 360. Yeah, so that's how you find the answer for that question. On to the next example. Right, this one has a shape. It says to me I need to find x. Okay, we have x over here, we have x over here. I have 96 degrees here, 150 degrees here, 120 degrees here. And I need to find x. So the first thing you should do when you have these sorts of questions is count the number of sides your shape has. In this case I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sides. So let's just count that. 5 sides. And using my formula of 180 into n minus 2, I know that all of them should equal to 180 into 3. Why 3? Because your n is simply 5, and subtracting 2 from 5 you would get 3, and 180 times 3, if I'm not wrong, is 540. Let me just confirm. Yep, 540. So I know that all the angles I have inside, which is 96 degrees, 150 degrees, 2x, 120x, all of that should equal 540. So what we can do now is we can form an equation. But before I go on to that, it's very important for me to tell you that all these type of diagram questions are not to scale, meaning they're not drawn according to your protractor or whatever measurement you're using. Please don't go in your exam and start measuring x physically, because that is not going to be the right answer. Now, I know that 96, 150, 2x, 120x should give me 540. So writing that out, I can make an equation. I can say, okay, 96 plus x plus 120 plus 2x plus 150, because these are all the angles that are inside that regular polygon, and these need to give me 540. If I collect my like terms, I know x plus 2x is 3x. 3x equals to 540 minus 366, because 96 plus 120 plus 150 is 366, and 540 minus 366 is 174. Let me just confirm that. 540 minus 366. Yep, it is 174. Now that I have this, I know that x is nothing but 174 divided by 3, which is 58. So my x is nothing but 58 degrees. Now you can always check your answer. Just put x back into this polygon here. So this is 58. And then this is 2 times 58, which would be 116. And now adding up 58 plus 116 plus 96 plus 150 plus 120, and all of that gives you 540. So that means that answer is correct. So on to the final example for this video, and this is a challenge question. So please do pause the video and have a go at this by yourself, and then resume the video to see if you are correct or incorrect. If you are incorrect, please take note of your mistake. Right, so let's go. It says the interior angle of a regular polygon is 8 times the size of the exterior angle. Okay, good to know. How many sides does the polygon have? Right, so regular polygon, the interior angle is 8 times the size of the exterior angle. So let's say let the interior angle, or rather let's the exterior, let the x angle be x. We're representing the exterior angle by x. Now it said the interior angle is 8 times, so let us write let interior angle be 8x, because it said that it's 8 times the exterior angle, which represented as x. And as we know that if you add up the interior angle and the exterior angle, that should give you 180 degrees. So doing this, 8x plus x give me 180. Solving for x, I have 9x equals 180 and x being 20. And because I have 20, this is simply the angle that I have in the polygon. Simply the angle, or the interior angle, sorry. 20 is simply the interior angle because we found x, and x is 20. And if that is the interior angle and it is a regular polygon, that means all the angles are the same. And it said how many sides does a polygon have. So as we know that all the exterior angles of a polygon adds up to 360. So all we do is simply divide 360 by 20, and doing this I get 18. So my final answer is nothing but 18 sides. I'll explain it again. So we were told that the interior angle is 8 times the size of the exterior angle, so we let the exterior angle be x, let the interior angle be 8x, and we know that the interior and exterior angle together add up to give 180. So doing that and solving for x on this part here, we get 20, and 20 is our exterior angle. Now we know that all the exterior angles in a polygon adds up to 360 degrees, and that means how much more angles of 20 would it take to give us 360. So to do that, we 360 divided by 20, and hence we got 18 sides. And that example concludes the video for this topic. So thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please do not forget to perform an LSS, that is like, share and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Have a nice one, guys.